morning. And we are in the spirit season of Shivratri, Mahashivratri. And I welcome each and every one of you. Those who are here for the first time, please feel welcome and do come again. This morning we have to do our pravachan. It's North, and Pandit Prasad is here with us from Florida. He was here last night, presiding over a function. And he has agreed to come again this morning. So please sit relaxed, and this time sure you will go home with something this morning about the Shiva Principle. Remember, our yajna starts on Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday all night for Mahashivratri. So sit, relax, and enjoy. Prem Shiva Shri Vyas Maharaj ki.
Prem Shiva Gajanan Swami ki jai. Devotees, let us all sit upright for a few minutes. We clasp our hands, gently bow our heads and close our eyes and pray in Dhyanam. As we focus now on Parashakti, Prathama Puji Bhagwan Shri Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles, Vinayaka, Lambodhara, as we bring that image of Ganapati Bhagwan to the center of our foreheads and our third eye in the Ajna Chakra, as he begins to illuminate that power, that presence of positivity and energy throughout in the entire body, mind and soul, removing and resolving anything that's negative. On this beautiful Sunday morning here at Devi Mandir, we call upon that Vinayaka now to infuse that positivity in our bodies as we chant. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Karapura Gauram, Karunavataram, Sansar Saram, Bhujagendra Haram, Sada Vasantam Hridayaravindev, Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami, Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Atulit Baladhamam Ema Shailabadeham, Dhanujavan Krishanu Jnaninam Agraganyam, Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham, Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanur Mardanam, Devaki Paramanandam, Krishnam Vande Jagad Guru. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, abhyuthanamas dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam, dharma sansthan pranathaya shambhavami yuge yuge. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vedhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavaiharam Sarvalokekanatham 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 Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om. Let us now go into 1 minute of utmost silence. We call this Mauna. Mauna means silence and reconnection with that Supreme Being into the eternal. We sit upright again, we clasp our hands, we can look straight forward with our eyes gently closed and just take 1 minute of silence. Just listen to your heart, listen to your mind, breathe in very slowly, hold your breath, and then breathe out very slowly. Just relax. Principle Gajanan Swami Ki Jai. My dear brother Panditji, other Pandits, members of the Devi Mandir, Board of Directors, musicians, Devi Mandir Kirtan Group, Panditji Sitaram is all to you. Welcome, friends from near and far. My brother Shivaji and his foreign Patni all the way from Brampton, welcome as well this morning. As we begin this morning's session of devotion, let me say it's such a pleasure to be with you again once more here at Devi Mandir, for those of you who were last night as well. And it's a beautiful Sunday morning, isn't it, in Toronto? It's a lot warmer than it was on Friday night when I came in, I'll tell you that. It's beautiful. And we look forward to the snow melting for the rest of the day. As customary, on a Sunday morning, one of the most powerful mantras ever given to us by the sages and saints, Gayatri. We all know the Gayatri mantra very well, and as we begin this morning, let us all blend our voices together as we sing in song, the Grida. Om Bhur Bhuvassaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvassaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvassaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvassaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Gayatri Mata Ki Jai. As customary, in each of our lives, there exists at least two gurus, mother and father. Some of us would have taken that Upanayana Sanskar where we got the sacred thread and accepted a spiritualist, someone who is in either a Pandit, a Pandita, a Swami, as a spiritual guru, a guiding light in our lives. If our gurus are alive today, meaning mother and father, and our spiritual gurus, we take their image of their feet, that is, place it now again to the center of our forehead. As we go before them, we bow. And as we do this, I want you to relax. And how do you relax? Just drop your shoulders, drop the weight of this world. Let's let it go. Just relax. Because we are going to infuse now that positive energy that exists here at Devi Mandir and amongst all of us as we sing and we chant this beautiful bhajan dedicated to the feet of the Guru. The dust on the feet of the Guru is so sacred. It is more sacred than even visiting some of the holy places that exist in this world today. We sing Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Bolo Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai. 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 Satya Sai Nath Sat Guru Jai Jai. Satya Sai Nath Sat Guru Jai Jai. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo. Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva, Aruna Shivo. Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva, Aruna Shivo. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai. Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai. Satya Sai Nath Sat Guru Jai Jai. Satya Sai Nath Sat Guru Jai Jai. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo. Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva, Aruna Shivo. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava. Om Namo Baba. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dusar bhava sagar taranam. Prem se bolo Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. How is everyone doing this morning? Good? 2 thumbs up? Yes. Jai Shri Ram. We must give praise and thanks every single day for the dawn of this upcoming day. You know, some of us would have had a very late night last night with satsang and so forth. And when the alarm went off this morning, what was the first thing that came to mind? Pull the blanket and go back to sleep. Yes, I had the same feeling, you know. Yes, but you see, duty calls. And before you know it, when the frame of mind is like, I am going to temple, I am going before Bhagwan, I'm coming to see Mother, the whole frame of mind changes. Forget the blanket and the pillow. It's time to go. Swami Vivekananda said very well in Chicago, you know. He says, arise, awake, and stop not until the goal has been met. And what is the goal? The goal is upholding Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma, as we are all doing here this morning. What a wonderful, what a blessed morning this is indeed. To come before these beautiful murtis in this holy ashram, Devi Mandir here in Pickering. In all these circumstances, the weather and so forth, no excuse for being here. And to sing, to glorify, to be among such wonderful souls. We say this morning, Mataji, thank you. Jai Mata Di, Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya. As Panditji rightfully said, this week, of course, we're celebrating Mahashivratri this coming Friday night. We hope to see all of you here. Please be prepared from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Saturday morning. Bring your pillows and blanket. We have room to sleep upstairs. We're going all night. We're doing all 4 prahas. We'll be singing, we'll be chanting, making the offerings, Abhishekam and so forth. Looking forward. A very, very powerful night. It is the most powerful night. This is why it's called Mahashiva. Rat means night, Ratri. The night of the celebration of Mahashiva, of Bholenath. It is the most powerful night to make any oblations to Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. During the 3 nights of Yajna, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm sure Panditji will allude to this as well. The benefits of worshipping Bhagwan Shiva Shankar, the benefits of worshipping the Shivalingam, not just a piece of stone, but the emblem. We'll find out later in Katha, what is the meaning, what is the Shivalingam, what is the shape, what is the form. This morning, as customary, we have paid obeisances to all the Devis and Devas. We have gone before the feet of Guru. Now, we are going to call upon Sri Satyanarayana Bhagavan, Lord Vishnu himself, the guardian, the patron saint of this day, of this Sunday, Satyanarayana Bhagavan, as we sing one of his names, of course, Narayana, Narayana. A most powerful calling, as this bhajan tells us, composed again, this chant to Narayan as we call upon him. Hey Lord Vishnu, shower your choicest blessings upon us, O Lord, as you spin that Sudarshan Chakra. Remove anything that's negative and infuse us with positive energy with all your forms. Hey Vishnu Bhagavan. We call upon him again. I ask you to drop your shoulders, drop the weight of this world that you're carrying, whatever your problems are, whatever your challenges are. Don't worry about what you're going home to cook. It will show up on the stove automatically. Just drop your shoulders. Concentrate now on Lord Vishnu. Relax. Take a deep breath in and sing with me. Clap your hands aloud. Narayana, Narayana, Om. Feel the energy infusing into our bodies. Narayana, Narayana, Om. Narayana, Narayana, Om. Satya. Narayana, Narayana, Om. Satya. Narayana, Narayana, Om. Narayana, Narayana. Everybody sing. Narayana, beautiful. Narayana, oh, lovely. Narayana, Narayana, oh. Narayana, Narayana, oh, Satya. Narayana, Narayana, oh, Satya. Narayana, Narayana, oh. Jai Satguru Deva. Jai Satguru Deva. Now to spin that Sudarshan Chakra. As he spins that Sudarshan Chakra into this universe and blesses us with all his form. Hey Vishnu Bhagavan. Jai Satguru Deva. Jai Satguru Deva. Lord Vishnu is spinning that Sudarshan Chakra now, removing anything and everything that is negative, as he infuses that positive rays, those positive rays of vibrations, positive energy into us, as we sing. Narayana, Narayana, Satya Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, Narayana. Narayana, Satgurudeva, Jai Satgurudeva, Jai Satgurudeva. Narayan, Narayan, Om. Narayan, Narayan, Om. Narayan, Narayan, Om Satya. Narayan, Narayan, Om Satya. Narayan, Narayan, Om. Jai Satgurudeva. Prem se bolo Shri Satyanarayan Bhagavan ki. So if you had any doubt of the power and the sense of positivity of that Sudarshan Chakra when he waves it, you notice as soon as he started to sing, what happened? Surya Narayan woke up. Look, the sun is in here now. That's the power of Satyanarayan Bhagavan. They're all connected. Sarvaloka Ekanatham. In all universes, he's known by one. Many names, but he's one. This morning, as Surya Narayan decides to make his appearance as well, we glorify him. That guru of Hanuman Baba, and incidentally, are you all familiar with the yogic series of exercises called Surya Namaskar? Surya Namaskar, those 14 positions, exercise that exercises, by the way, every single muscle in this body. Every single muscle and body part is exercised with Surya Namaskar. Do you know who created Surya Namaskar? Lesson number 1 this morning. Who invented Surya Namaskar? I'll give you a clue. Jai Shri Ram, Hanuman Baba. Why? Surya Narayan was his guru. And to prostrate and to propitiate his guru, he created 14 simple yogic exercises that exercises every single part of the body. Mark my words, every single part of the body gets exercised with Surya Namaskar. Google it and start doing it from tomorrow morning. You will see a difference in your body. Hanuman Baba gave this to us. Another gift from Mahavir Swami, our Lord and Master. As we propitiate Surya Narayan this morning, the sun god, one, probably the most important of the Navagrahas, the 9 planets. We say to him, Hey Surya Dev Bhagavan, you are great. We come before you, we ask for your blessings, O Lord. Shine upon us, make us glow with divinity. We say, Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Repeat after me, Tubhyam Namami Narayana. We always sing together and clap our hands, right? Let's go, come on. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Bolo! Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Hey Surya Deva, Tubhyam Namami. Hey Surya Deva, Tubhyam Namami. Hey Bhaskaraya, Tubhyam Namami. Hey Bhaskaraya, Tubhyam Namami. Hey Aditya Deva, Tubhyam Namami. Hey Aditya Deva, Tubhyam Namami. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Hey Surya Deva, Tubhyam Namami. Bhagavan. Especially on a Sunday morning, if you have the opportunity to offer some gel, some water, or even a flower, or even your love. Look at Surya Narayan, say Surya Narayan, Tubhyam Namami Narayana. The infusion of positive energy we speak about. Positivity, that's what life is about, positivity. If you cannot impart something that is positive to a fellow human being, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, because what you're doing, instead of building your spiritual bank, you're adding to your negative, you're making withdrawals, you're adding to the credit side, the karma side. And that is one bank that you don't want to have built up. You always want to have a surplus on the positive side. If you do the math, negative and positive must balance out, or even let the positive be a little higher, so you don't have to come back in this world. We don't have to come back here to suffer. We must attain that moksha like Shivarima and go back to the feet into the abode of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, where we all come from. This morning, we'll spend a few minutes discussing the Shivoham Principle, seeing that it's Mahashivratri, this night of the nights. By the way, on Shivratri night, those of you who are here and who plan to be here on Friday night, I hope you'll come Friday night, bring a clean notebook, a very small notebook, and I'll tell you why in a minute. You see, this night, along with Deepavali night as well, they're very auspicious for writing down mantras that you would want to impact your life on a daily basis. Making commitments. Not winning things like, not materialistic, things like winning the lottery and getting all the land and car. No, not those kinds of commitments. Commitments that how can we realize who we are, one, my Kaunahu, and secondly, how do we go back home to our Maker from where we have all come? What does that path look like? Those are the things you will write into this book, especially for the children. Your goals, your aspirations, write them in this book. And when you come to make your offerings to Bhagavan Shiva Shankar, you offer it to him. Say, Bhagavan, please infuse positivity, infuse guidance, infuse light into my dreams and my aspirations. Shivratri night is just not to make prasad, bring your bay leaves and go up on a lingam and offer it. If it's offered without love, I'm not saying any of you will, all of you do, I know this for sure. But if it's offered without love, it has absolutely no value, it becomes mundane, it just becomes a ritual. It has no substance. You don't leave with anything. When you would leave from here, hopefully at 7, maybe 6:30 in the morning on Sunday morning, we can all go to, I'll buy you guys coffee and, we call it, not Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons down the street here. We all go for coffee at 7 in the morning. When you leave at that time, after completing these 4 pahars, you should be energized. You should be supercharged, that nothing in this world would matter to you except your love for God. You should be like a Teflon pan. Anything negative, throw it away. It doesn't belong to me. Let it go. Let it go. I was reading something this week, and it really touched me. One writer says, when someone tells you, when it rains, if somebody makes a statement to you, when it rains, what's the next thing that comes to your mind? It pours, right? How about this? When it rains, look for rainbows. When it rains, it doesn't pour. Look for rainbows. Here's another one. When it gets dark, what do you do? Close. Most people get scared when it gets dark, don't so? Look for the stars. There can never be a dull moment in your life. When it rains, look for rainbows. The 7 colors that matches the 7 chakras in this body. Upliftment again. And when it gets dark, when you think you're in your darkest moments, look for the stars. They are out there. Guaranteed. They are out there. Remember, God does not know this thing called unhappiness. God knows any name of God. You call him Rama, Krishna, Allah, Jehovah, any one of them. There's nothing in their names that says darkness or unhappiness. It's all bliss, happiness, peace, joy. The unhappiness comes from you and I. It comes from you and I, this human mortal coil that is so desirous of anything that's not real, anything that's Maya. This is where it comes from. Lord Shiva teaches us this, Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham, our concept, our theme this morning. That which is formless, shapeless. That's what that mantra means. Nirvanashtakam. Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. This morning, as we begin Katha, let's glorify him. One of his names, Shambhu, Shiva Shambhu. Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, bolo. Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva. Everybody, follow. Shiva Shambho Mahadeva. Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shambho Mahadeva. Clap your hands, devotees. Come on. Shiva Shambho Mahadeva. Oh. Shambho Mahadeva. Beautiful. Shiva Shambho Mahadeva. Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, Har Haraya, Bhava Bhavaya, Shiva Shivaya, Namo Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. प्रेम से बोलो महापति महादेव की जय भोलेनाथ. Shambho Mahadeva, all names of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. You know, we as Hindus, we worship different forms of gods, goddesses, deities, with different beliefs, and even offerings so different to different items in this materialistic world, such as milk, fruits, ghee, flowers, incense, grains, nuts, coconuts, curd or dahi, sandalwood, even honey to appease the gods. So many different ingredients. Shivratri night we have all these ingredients that we offer as well. Lord Shiva is symbolic of auspiciousness and is well known in this world, in this universe, as the destroyer of all that is inauspicious, is omnipotent and omnipresent. This is the Shiva we speak about. Shiva means the one who is auspicious and removes all sorrows. Is there anyone in this world that you know who does not have any sorrows? If he is the remover of all sorrows, then what are we waiting for? Gravitate towards him. Gravitate towards him. One of the blessings, one of the results or the rewards of worshipping Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. What makes Shiva delighted? What do you think makes Lord Shiva delighted? From his locks of his hair, his jata, flows Mother Ganga. On the side of his hair, Chandrama, the moon, the goddess to moon. He has Nagadevta as his serpents, his mala around his neck. Nandi the bull seated right in front of him. His vehicle, his Vahana. He always carries that Trishula. Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahi, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. So many different aspects of that number 3. Bhajan tells us this. Praises to Lord Shiva, master of the 3 worlds, whose eyes sees everything. So next time you think that you can hide, listen to this. His eyes sees everything. The remover of our pains and the giver of all blessings. O Lord, your neck you wear a mala of beads. Around your waist you wear the deer skin. Your body is smeared with ashes, bhasma. The bhajan tells us, we sing. Jai 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 Tripurari, Jai 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 Tripurari. Bolo everyone. Jai 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 Tripurari, Jai 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 Tripurari. Jai Hi Trilochan, Jai Dukha Mochan, Jai Trilochan. Brothers and sisters, Lord Shiva is normally depicted as extremely ferocious and destructive in nature, not so? Do you recall when he went to meet Mother Parvati as a Dulaha? His hoot and prayed, yes, Baba. His mother-in-law fainted at the sight of him. Could you imagine you're getting ready to meet your daughter's potential future husband, and he comes looking like Bhutan, you know Bhutan Pretit, right? Smeared with ash, with snakes, skull. But you see, each one of these aspects that Lord Shiva has, or displayed, has value. It teaches us something. You know, many people tell us, you Hindus, you worship monkeys, you worship cow, you worship this, that, the other. Not realizing that every one of these has value. We can sit and speak volumes on this. And when you understand the concept, this terminology from Ramayana that says, Syarama mai sab jagajani, karahu pranama jori jugupani. Every single living creature is the same, meaning we all carry this Atma. I keep preaching this over and over and over. We all have the same Atma. We speak the same language, the language of love, which is where we have all come from through that love of Bhagwan. Lord Shiva, even though he takes this form, some people are very afraid. Let me just digress some Katha for 1 second. Recently, I was conducting a funeral. You may have heard me say this story before. Not a story, this is a fact. And this person came up to me and she says, Baba, I have a question for you. Sure, tell me now, what is the question? Well, I went to this certain place and I was told that after the person did his research and so forth, that I should never worship Lord Shiva. So I said, I had to catch my breath there for a minute. And I said, okay, explain, tell me why. The person said to me, after checking all the books and so forth, that Shiva no agree with me, I shouldn't worship Lord Shiva. I said, okay, let's examine this for a second. So I pulled her aside. We were at a funeral. I pulled her aside. I said, listen, who is Lord Shiva? Do you know? She says, yes, he is one of the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Okay, so you have Brahma, who is the creator, Lord Brahma. You have Vishnu, who is the preserver. But who takes care of causation, reincarnation, destruction of anything that's adharmic? That is Shiva. So why shouldn't you worship Lord Shiva? That wasn't good enough for her. So I said, okay, let's examine it even further now. Who is his wife? If you're not going to worship Shiva, you better not worship his wife. Who is his wife? The Divine Mother herself in all her forms. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, all of them. So rule them out right there. Who is his son? Ganeshji. Prathama Puja, who we should always worship first in anything that we're doing. So take him out too. Who was Lord Shiva's favorite devotee, not devotee, favorite god? Those of you who were last night, you heard it. Sri Ram. Now, let's go even further. Sri Rama, the incarnation of whom? Lord Vishnu. Who else was an incarnation of Lord Vishnu? Basuriwala, Mohan, Muraliya, Gansham. So let me stop right there. Let's take it one step further. Who was the 11th incarnation of Lord Shiva? Hanuman Baba. So you're taking out Vishnu, you're taking out Hanuman, you're taking out all the Devis, you're taking out Ganesha. Should I go any further? That you should worship Lord Shiva? Her mouth open like this. Says, Baba, really? I says, yes, really, that's a fact. Go back and tell that person who told you shouldn't worship Lord Shiva, tell him to put those books, whatever books he was checking away. It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Again, he is formless. Shiv Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. He is formless, shapeless, the end of time. Kal ki Devata. Beyond time is Lord Shiva. As a matter of fact, when this age of Kali comes to an end, thousands of years from now, it is Lord Shiva who will annihilate and destroy this planet so that causation and creation will happen again. That is the man we are talking about, not the man, the God that we are speaking about this morning. How dare this person says, do not worship Lord Shiva. My dear friends, when you hear things like this, do not take it for granted. Do your homework, do your research, analyze it. Look how we simply analyze that one statement and you rule off half of the altar right there. I don't play with that, not at all. This Lord Shiva, the slightest offering of devotion from, listen carefully now, the slightest offering of a devotion from a devotee makes this God very happy. The slightest form of devotion. Think of some of the slightest forms of devotion that you know. I'll give you one. It happens to me a lot. When I go before my lingam or my murti, sometimes tears begin to flow from my eyes, and that tears will drop on the lingam or the murti. That is the slightest. You know how powerful that devotion is? And that is not tears because if you look cry for Baba this one. No. We sing bhajans, you all will know very well. The tears flow. Sometimes you reach a point in Katha, tears flow. Baba will tell you as well. When I speak of Shabani Ma, my eyes are loaded with tears. Because I can feel her love for Bhagwan. So too you and I should feel love for Bhagwan. This morning we speak of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. Whenever, as we said, whenever you feel like you reach the darkest spots in your life, you're looking for the stars, and one of the stars is right here, that lingam, Bholenath. Look for those stars. That slightest form of devotion, what is a petal, not even a whole flower, a petal, or even the name, Om Namah Shivaya. That is all he's looking for. It is so easy to please. The Shiva Puran tells us this, Shiva Puran has a list of things that makes Lord Shiva happy. We'll go through this in Katha and Shwar Baba this week, starting Wednesday. Please come. Some of these are chanting the Moola Mantra. What is the Moola Mantra? Mahamrityunjaya Mantra. We all know it very well. What is the Mahamrityunjaya Mantra? Let's chant now. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukam Iva Vandanat Mrityur Mokshyama Amrutat. Mrityur Mokshyama Amrutat. Most important. Bilwa leaves, probably very prominent at Shivratri time. Bale leaves. Rudraksha leaves. Dhatur flowers. And those of us from Trinidad, I'm not sure if in Guyana if you already have this, but in Trinidad we have a special love for Dhatur flowers. Some of the older heads would make a nice refreshment, a beverage with Dhatur flowers. And especially around Bhagwan time as well, holy time which is coming up as well. Speaking about plants and Dhatur and so forth, Hindus believe that the knowledge of medicinal plants is older than history itself and was gifted to us hundreds of thousands of years ago to the Vedic Hindus by Lord Brahma himself, the divine creator. This is where Ayurveda comes into play, the creator of Ayurveda. When the rishis sought to heal human suffering, they always drew onto this knowledge of Ayurveda. Even today, Ayurveda is being called upon for healing, even deadly diseases such as cancer. If you recall from Ramayana, when Hanuman Baba went to the north, to the Himalayas, to get the Sanjeevani leaf to heal Lakshmanji, many writers, they claim that Hanuman was dull-witted. He didn't know the difference in the leaves. There were so many leaves, he got confused, so he decided to pick up the whole mountain. Not true. Let's clarify that. You've heard this before from me as well. If you were to pluck a plant out of the ground right now, if you uproot a plant from the ground, within 1 hour, what happens to that plant? It loses its potency, not so? So if Hanuman Baba had to travel from the north of India all the way down to Sri Lanka, and he plucked that one plant out, by the time he got to Lakshman with the healer, Shushena, that plant would have lost its potency. So my Baba was no stupid monkey. He says, I want maximum potency, I will take the mountain itself with all of the leaves and then take it down south. This is why he did that. Make no mistake. These leaves, the point I'm trying to make is, even in those days, Ayurveda, these leaves were very potent. It still is today. That Mulsa Jivan or Sanjeevani, wonders of the world as we call it back in the West Indies, is still potent. I'll give you a good example. Not too long ago, my nephew who lives in Boston, he was playing baseball. He was at the time about 14 or 15 years old. And he was running to catch what was potentially a home run. And in the field he was playing in, there was a 3-foot metal fence. And concentrating on the ball now, just running and they say keep your eyes on the ball if you're going to catch it. This boy going at 60 miles an hour down the road trying to catch this ball didn't realize he was coming to the fence. And his both feet went right into the metal fence. They broke 6 places, the bones were broken 6 places. Doctors told him 6 months before he could even step onto crutches. It's really bad. So I took some Sanjeevani, one of the world leaf from my home in Florida, took it up there. And inside the cast now, we placed these leaves in there. Within 3 months, he was on his feet. Doctors were amazed. I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not a, spiritualist or a healing person. But the fact that these leaves are so potent, even today, if the children have a little earache, you put that leaf on the tower and you squeeze the juice out of it and just put 2 drops. Works like magic. Try it. If you don't have the leaf here, let me know. When I come in next time, I'll bring up some. You have? Alright, good. And it grows, you have it here. It is here, yes. Jai Bhagwan. It grows, you just put it in a pot. You don't have to plant it, just throw it. Long ago in school, we used to put this in our books and it will grow out in the books. If I remember, yeah, it grows out in the books. Wand of the world is called, that's Sanjeevani. It is so healing. We speak about the 3-pointed. The number 3 again. The bay leaves, of course, has 3 points to it. And the trifoliate points of the bay leaf symbolizes Trikal, or in Hinduism, we call it the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesha. Shiva Puran mentions a lot of reasons and a lot of instances where the Bilwa leaf was used as scientific and also has medicinal properties. The 22nd chapter of the Mahashiva Puran narrates as follows. He says, this trifoliate bay leaf is so sacred to Lord Shiva and therefore represents a symbol of the Lord. Let me ask you something now. Whenever you drive back, I'm not sure if you have it here, but also in the Caribbean, you may have it on the outside of the mandir, I'm not sure. Do you have a Trishul on the outside of the mandir? No. Okay. Maybe that's something we can speak to the board of directors about, even though it's Devi Mandir. Trishul. When you drive by a building or you drive by a temple and you see this emblem of the Trishul, how do you feel? Victory. Powerful. Those of us who have been to India, or those of us from India, you would know this. You drive by a mandir and there's a Trishul sticking out the top of the dome. Very powerful indeed. This is the trifoliate, bay leaf, Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha we speak of. This bay leaf, it is said, was born from the heart of goddess Lakshmi. This is why on a bael tree, between the thorns, if you ever go to a bael tree and there will be thorns, there are a lot of thorns on a bael tree, be very careful, they're deadly, they're sharpened. If you place your hands between the thorns, you bow to it, it is said Mother Lakshmi resides in the bael tree. Did you know this? Mother Lakshmi resides in the bael tree. You say, always offer prayer to Mother Lakshmi. It comes from the bosom of the heart of Mother Lakshmi. It is dear to Lord Mahadeva. One who offers a single bael leaf to Lord Shiva is blessed immensely. I repeat, one who offers, Shiva Puran tells us, one who offers a single bael leaf to Lord Shiva is blessed immensely. Single bael leaf. Could you imagine 108 bael leaves? Just one bael leaf is all he asked for. When Lord Brahma and Lord Vishnu, you all remember the story very well, I'm sure Panditji will cover it this week as well. When they were fighting for supremacy, and Lord Shiva created this big channel of fire that stretched from the top of the universe down to Patalu. And these guys were given, Brahma and Vishnu were given the task of to go find the top and the bottom of this huge wall of fire. When Lord Brahma played his tricks and so forth with the Ketaki flower, and Lord Shiva punished him, Lord Shiva decided, because of the heat, because of the intensity of that flame, to reside or to contain that flame in a place called Arunachala, Tiruvannamalai in South India. Arunachala. There are 2 sacred places that Lord Shiva, it says, if you want to become a Shivite, I'll give you the story again. This is from Shiva Puran. One of them is Arunachala, the hills of Arunachala, which is near to Chennai in India, South India. And the other is Mount Kailash, his abode. And speaking of Mount Kailash, I'm going to go do a little plug here, a little advertisement. On May 28th of this year, I'll be leading a yatra to Mount Kailash. Some of you know about it, some of you will be going. If you'd like to join with us, please see me after the Katha. I'll be more than happy to give you information. We are going to Nepal, Kathmandu, Lhasa, Tibet, and of course up to Mount Kailash. It's for 2 weeks. Please, if you need more information, if you can, join us. It is not a vacation. Right, Sabrina? You've been there. It's not a vacation. It is a journey. A journey to where? To the abode of Shiva Shankara. Friends, these 2 holy places, these 2 sacred places, when one visits these places and performs Abhishekam to Bhagwan Shiva Shankar, of course, and making that parikrama, or around the outer corner, the outer circumference, which takes about 2 days, of Mount Kailash, one becomes closer to Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. And I'll tell you, there are 14 Shivalingams, they're called the Jyotirlingams, scattered throughout India. One can become a Shivite by starting visits or worships to each of these 14 lingams in one yatra, in other words, in one session. I've been to a few of them, not all of them. But one day with the blessings of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar, we'll take a journey and complete all of them, all 14. Now we start at Varanasi, Kashi Vishwanath. And then we go all, Baba is 12 or 14? 12. That's what I thought. I'm converting US to Canadian, I apologize. 12 Jyotirlinga. We start at Varanasi, Kashi Vishwanath, go all the way up north, Kedarnath and so forth, and we come all the way back down to Rameshwaram. And that's where it ends. Ganga Jal is collected and it's offered and bathed each one of these lingams. I've actually witnessed, on my visit to Rameshwaram, I actually witnessed one devotee actually who made the whole 12. And his experience, his words were just blissful. One day, with the blessings of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. Shiva Shankar again, Shiva Puran tells us again, those who perform the pujan of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar, Mother Parvati, using these leaves, will be endowed with spiritual powers. Spiritual powers. Who does not want spiritual powers in this world? Even a fallen bay leaf can be used as firewood. Can be used as firewood. And did you know, a bay leaf can be reused. A bay leaf can be reused because it holds its potency for up to 7 days. It can be reused. And have you ever wondered why, as Pandits, we tell you when you instruct you, when you go to offer the bay leaves, you turn it upside down? Anybody knows? Do you put the bay leaves upside down? Yes, but why? Because they say so? Let me tell you this morning. In the scientific analysis of a bay leaf, there are metals contained in this leaf, such as magnesium. It has metallic properties. And to maximize the benefit, to keep the energy, the positive energy that exists in the bay leaf, you don't put it up to go up, you put it down on lingam, so it is retained by the lingam. This is why we place it down. This is why we place the bay leaves down. So when we chant, we say, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya. These energies, my dear friends, they are contained within the Bilwa leaf. It goes into the Shivalingam and the energy is infused in that Shivalingam. So when we bow our heads to the lingam, that positive energy of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar radiates back into us. It radiates back into us. It is said, I offer one bay leaf to Lord Shiva, for it is equivalent to the offering of a shaligram. It is equivalent to the offering of a shaligram, the great blessings obtained by performing what's called a Soma Yagya. This formless Lord, Bhagwan Shiva Shankar, now we come back now to the Shivoham Principle. This formless Lord, when you chant Om Namah Shivaya, you're reminding yourself, not me, Shiva alone. Not me, Shiva alone. I do not exist as a separate entity. In reality, I am Shiva. And this is what is the meaning of Shivoham. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. I want you to keep practicing this. Keep saying this. I am Shiva. I and my Lord are one. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. That is actually a mantra, a very powerful mantra. If you want to use your mala to jape, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Very powerful indeed. And I'll teach you another mantra this morning that is powerful. It was given to us by Swami Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Ji. And it goes like this. Shivaya, repeat after me. Shivaya, Rudraya, Namaha. How powerful indeed. Shivaya, Rudraya, Namaha. When you have some time, not when you have some time, now make some time, especially this week. And especially on Friday night. If you come to Mandir, you should come to Mandir. Find a mala, 108 beads. And while the mantras and so forth, while the puja is going on, yes, it's good to look and observe, but what are you doing in the meantime? If you're not here actually making the offering, sit back. Concentrate on that Bhagwan. Look at him, his beautiful form. Shivaya Rudraya Namaha, as many times as you can. Shivaya Rudraya Namaha. And I practice this a lot. Those of you who have traveled with me, you'll know this. Whether it's in a car, it's an airplane, it's in a bus, wherever the case is, as you enter, Om Namah Shivaya. And as you exit, Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Bholenath, Jai Shri Ram. Call the name of God. And why do we do this? Especially in a car, especially on these roads that you have here in Toronto. Safety, yes, Baba. Safety. Putting it in the hands of God. You're saying, in other words, what you're saying is, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am Shiva. Lord, you now come, take me and drive this car. Take me safely and bring me back safely to my home. When you get back to your home again, Shivoham, Shivoham. God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, O Lord. Thank you for giving me this day. The third eye of Lord Shiva. The third eye represents Jnana, cosmic knowledge. He can grant the knowledge of all the paths that are there to attain Him. All the paths that are there to attain Him. One of the most important paths is Kirtanam, Satsang, what we are doing here this morning. Very important indeed. Listening, Smaranam, listening to the words from the scriptures like we are chanting this morning. He can grant the knowledge of all three paths to attain Him. That is Karma, which we spoke about, Bhakti, which is what we are doing here now, and Jnana. Jnana is wisdom again. He can bestow all of this in one split second. The three eyes represent the past, the present, and the future. Past, present, and future. And He is in fact, as we said before, the one who controls time. He is beyond the attributes. If you look at the lingam, most people say, in the Western world, you Hindus, you worship stones. You worship marble. The next time someone gives you or makes a comment like that to you, I want you to ask them a question. Firstly, ask them, have you ever been to a place called Jaipur in India to see some of these murti makers at work, what they do and how they do it? If not, Google it. Go to YouTube and watch carefully as a murti, such as the Divine Mother that we're looking at there, is carved from a single piece of marble with every single detail. No machinery in most cases are used. These are hand-carved, handcrafted. It takes months to create this. No ordinary man can do that, or woman. It's a divine inspiration. We have some of these, we had actually some of these in Trinidad. There was an uncle in a village called Dede where I lived. His name was, we call him Ustad Uncle Sidhu Jagan. Oh, what a great soul. He's back with Bhagwan, I know that for sure. But he will close his eyes and he can reproduce, not from marble, because we didn't have marble in Trinidad, but he will carve it from clay. One single piece. When people are criticizing our beliefs and what we believe, have them research it. Or you, if you're not equipped enough to speak to them, have them speak to someone who is equipped. And if you are not equipped to speak with, come to Mandir, come to listen to Panditji and myself and other Pandits. Learn from us. And also read. There's a plethora of information all over where you can learn about now our scriptures. He is beyond these attributes, his physical attributes, this piece of stone seated on this, what we call I forgot the name of it now, the flat piece that sits upon, the lingam sits upon, the base, thank you. He says, Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. This form, this formless God we speak of. Shivoham. Remember Shiva, Hum, me, I am Shiva. This is the Shivoham principle that we speak about. Shiva is the supreme being in the Hindu tradition of Shaivism and one of the main deities in other branches of Hinduism as well. In Sanskrit, Shiva means pure, auspicious. Shivoham therefore means I am pure consciousness. I am pure consciousness. When we think of ourselves as this, in this form, I am pure consciousness. If I cannot impart something that is positive or pure to you, then I'm wasting my time. Many people find it, and I'm not criticizing anyone, but many people find that coming to temple means to socialize. Not so? Coming to temple means to learn about others' business. Not financial business, business at home. Coming to temple means to spread news. Again, I'm not criticizing, I'm not saying anybody here is guilty of this. But this is some of the morals. I have seen in mandirs where people will sit not facing the altar, but facing the door. The murtis are here, but they're facing the door to see what? Yes, Baba. Who come in and what kind of clothes they wear? Where they buy it from? It's sad, you know. It's sad. These souls can be saved simply by understanding this Shivoham principle. Shivoham, I am Shiva. Welcome, kids. Our Balvikas kids are here. You know, mantras are syllables, words, phrases, longer chants, may or may not have special meanings. But when recited after a period of time, especially 108 times, the power, the sound, the vibration. I'm sure every one of you here has chanted mantras in unison, has done japam. And if you haven't, please start today. Purchase a mala. I think they have malas downstairs. Get one that's 108 beads. Take 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes out of your day. A day has how many hours? 24 hours. Right? I'm sure we can find 5 minutes. Put the phone down, the cell phone down for 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes. Take off your cell phone. Go sit in a corner or better yet in your puja room. Take that mala and chant. Chant any one of these mantras. Either Shivoham or Shivaya Rudraya Namaha. After you are finished with the first cycle of 108, and if it's done properly, and your mind is focused on concentrating on God, your body will begin to vibrate like this. You'll feel like you're rocking like a rocking chair. And depending on how intense the chanting is, your body will even vibrate even more. You begin to perspire, you begin to sweat. And you're not even exercising, but you're exercising the mind and you're generating positive vibrations. And what you're doing, you're removing negative energy from this body. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am Shiva. You don't want anything to do with me because I am Shiva. Anything negative, go away, because that is what my Bhagavan does. He removes negativities from us. Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham is also included in longer mantras such as the Atma Shakam Shivoham mantra. The Nirvana Shakam, sorry. It says, I am not the mind, the intellect, the ego, nor memory. I am not the ears, the skin, the nose, the eyes. I am not the space, the earth, the fire, or the wind. I am consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham was the exclamation that rose from the souls that knew the truth in a flash of illumination. Long, long years of cleansing of this mind. I am Shiva. This thought, denoted by many names, recognized in many forms, the divine principle is one. Without a second, it is Shivam, and it is latent in each being, including man. All holy days or all religious celebration should be spent in contemplation of this truth. And what other better day or night, to contemplate upon Bhagwan Shiva Shankar on the night of Mahashivratri. Brothers and sisters, as we bring this session of devotion to a close, I will leave you with a very, very strong statement I quote from Sri Ramcharitamanas. We'll sing a verse of Ramayana this morning as we close. I'll make it work, don't worry. So on the occasion of Mahashivratri, if anyone would like to donate a harmonium to our temple, we gladly accept it. Jai Shri Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Please bear with me, we'll reconvene here in just a minute. Thank you. That's a sign from Lord Shiva telling us people are hungry. Let's close up and proceed. Devotees, as we bring this session of devotion to a close this morning, in Ramayana, there's a scene where the bridge to Lanka was built. We all know this Katha very well. And Lord Rama, he created a Shiva Lingam from his own hands and installed it there at Rameshwaram. And he called upon all the devotees, come, let us pray, let us perform Shiva Puja. Why Shiva Puja? You see, on this mission to cross this bridge now to go to Lanka, it was for the destruction of anything that was evil. That was Ravan and his men, Ravan and his armies. And Lord Rama said, he made a very, very important statement. And this is why when we started the Katha this evening, Lord Shiva, when he broke his meditation, when he was about to take that incarnation of Rudra Avatar, the 11th incarnation of Hanuman Baba, that is, to come onto the earth to help Lord Rama, he chanted, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. And this is the connection now. Goswami Tulsidas writes very beautifully, in this chaupai. He says, Shiva drohi mama bhagat kahava, so nar sapane mohi na pava, Shankara vimukha bhagati chahamore, so naraki mukha mati tore. Having installed this image of Shiva, Lord Rama now decided to perform his puja. And he says, no one else is dear to me as Lord Shiva. Lord Rama speaks. No one else is dear to me as Lord Shiva. He says further, he says, an enemy of Shiva as a devotee can never attain me. An enemy of Shiva as a devotee, you can never attain me. It's doomed to Patal Lok. You're going to go to Narak and you're dull-witted. So you see the connection now with Bhagavan Sri Ram and Lord Shiva? He says, a devotee of mine who does not worship or is not like Lord Shiva, do not come to me, you're wasting your time. This is why when Lord Shiva broke his dhyana, his meditation, his tapasya, the name that came out of his lips was Sri Ram. Sri Ram. So close is the affinity or affiliation of these two. My dear friends, it is my hope that this morning that this short katha would be an inspiration to you or to all of us as we begin this beautiful session of Mahashivratri, this week of worship that is to Mahashivratri. And I invite all of you to join Panajag from Wednesday night here at the Mandir. We will begin the 3-session Mahashivratri Yajna, and I will join him on Friday night, and we'll have a wonderful evening of worship to Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. As we close this morning, I'd like for all of us to join in this beautiful bhajan as we glorify Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. It says, let the sound of the damaru, the drum, reverberate the names of Shiva. Have you all heard the sound of the damaru before? You know what it sounds like? What does it sound like? What does the damaru symbolizes? The Damaru basically is, yes, two triangles, no, that meet in the middle. From wherever you are, from all forms of creation, it all comes back to Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. And the sound of that Damaru, dum, 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 that is the heartbeat in man. That is our heartbeat, meaning all creations exist because of Bholenath, Shiva Shankara, the sound of the Damaru. We glorify him. Karapur Gauram. Take the image of Bhagwan Shiva Shankara, that lingam again in your forehead. Feel the infusion of energy. Shivaya Rudraya Namaha. Karapur Gauram Karunavataram Sansar Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Jai Shiva Shankar Jai Shiva Shankar Shiva Shankar Shambho Dum 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 डमरू बजाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जी जगाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति बोलो दम 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 डमरू बजाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जी जगाए शिव शंकर कैलाश बोलो हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय दम 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 डमरू बजाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जी जगाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय माथे ऊपर तिलक चंद्रमा पहरे नाग की माला माथे ऊपर तिलक चंद्रमा पहरे नाग की माला डमरू की धड़कन पे नाचे सृष्टि का रखवाला डमरू की धड़कन पे नाचे सृष्टि का रखवाला निज भक्तन के कष्ट मिटाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जी जगाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय जटाजूट से चलती गंगा भव के ताप मिटाती जटाजूट से झरती गंगा भव के ताप मिटाती धरती और प्यासे जीवों की मैया प्यास बुझाती धरती और प्यासे जीवों की मैया प्यास बुझाती निज कृपा जग से बरसाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जी जगाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय हर 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 ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय वो है शक्ति दाता, मंगल गौरी नाम है उनका, वो है शक्ति दाता। भाव सागर से भर जाए जो शिव नाम है गाता, भाव सागर से भर जाए जो शिव नाम है गाता। मोह माया से मन को चुराए, शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग सोया जी जगाए, शिव शंकर कैलाशपति। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय, हर 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 ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। दम 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 डमरू बजाए, शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जी जगाए, शिव शंकर कैलाशपति। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। वेंकटरमण महादेव की जय। भोलेनाथ। Can you feel the energy? Yes, no, maybe. Jai Bholenath. This is the energy that you, my dear friends, or we have created. Before we bring this, before I hand over to Panaji, I should say, there's a request here from Auntie Samde. And when Auntie Samde makes a request, you better listen. Wonderful indeed, wonderful devotee. And we'll do one verse of this bhajan for Auntie Samde ji. And for those of you, who are celebrating your birthdays. I know Priya ji we celebrated last night. But those of you who are celebrating your birthdays this week, please accept from us our best wishes, regards, and may you live and prosper in the name of Bhagwan Shiva Shankar. Simply this bhajan tells us, take the blessings of your mother and father, for in doing so, you will succeed in taking off from your head the burden of all sins. In your childhood, you were fondled by both mother and father's lap and on your father's shoulder. No duty in this world supersedes the duty of mother and father. Le lo duae maa baap ki ho. Le lo duae maa baap ki. Sar se uthregi ghatni पाप की ओ ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की। बोध में माँ की आँख खुली, जग देखा बाप के कांधे चढ़ के। सेवा बनी ने होगी कोई, सेवा बनी ने होगी कोई। इन दोनों की सेवा से भर के ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की। सर से उतरे की घटनी पाप की ओ। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की। दुख सहना बाप की खातिर फर्ज तो है, एहसान नहीं। कर्ज है इनका तेरी सब पर, कर्ज है इनका तेरी सब पर। भिक्षा या कोई दान नहीं हो। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की। सर से उतरे की घटनी बाप की ओ। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की हो। ले लो दुआएं माँ बाप की। मात पिता के चरण छुई जो, चार धाम की व्रत फल पावे। जो आशीष ये दिल से भगवन, जो आशीष ये दिल से भगवन, भगवन से भी ताली नहीं दे। हो तुहे सुनो वीर हनुमान रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण एक घड़ी आदो घड़ी आदो में बुनियाद तुलसी संघट सागिके घटे खोत अपराध श्रोता सबया सुन गए शंभु गए कैलाश रामायण मम हृदय महा आन करहु तुम पास समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु प्रेम से बोलो महापति महादेव की जय जय सीताराम सबको. Thank you very much. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience this morning. I will look forward to seeing you from Wednesday night here again at Devi Mandir for Mahashivratri Yagya with Panajag. And thank you again. God bless you. Have a wonderful beginning to your week. Until we meet again, Jai Sitaram.
Shri Jagannath Mata ki. Yes, Maharaj. Devotees, I'm sure you're all well prepared spiritually. Your mind is all set. Starting today, continuing on till Friday night, we will be in the realm of Mahashivratri. So please come out tomorrow for Shiv Puja here. I know it's family day. I'd like to wish everybody a very happy time with your families. That's tomorrow. Tuesday is Hanuman Puja. Wednesday we begin the Shiv Yajna. It's along the same lines as you heard this morning until Friday night and going all night. So, thank you all very much again for coming out this morning. Those who are here for the first time, please feel welcome. The announcements are all there. I'd just like to stress on two of them. One is the Holy Show, which on March 7th, a couple of weeks from now. The directors of the office have tickets, and they also have tickets across there. And more so, Hanuman Jayanti, the 7th of April. The 7th of April is a Tuesday this year, devotees. But please, we are telling you long in advance, so you can arrange for some time off. Pandit, you want to emphasize that a little?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Baba. Shri Hanuman Jayanti, for those of us who were here last year, you remember, this mandir was filled beyond capacity. We had to open up upstairs as well. We were planning for 108 ladies. We had about 130, I think. And this year it will be probably we may have to do 2 sessions. So we are asking you to please book your seats, your ladies early. It is $121? $121 per lady, family of 4. And the ladies are lined up here. You can go to our website, devimandir.com. You will see all the information there as well. But Uncle Buddy is here and others. We have tickets. Please, Panditji has tickets as well. Please secure your spot early. This is going to be a tremendous event and so powerful, dedicated to, of course, none other than Mahavir Swami. We perform our Bedi Puja. We'll chant 11 Hanuman Chalisas in unison together. Then we'll all proceed downstairs in an orderly fashion. We'll circumambulate the Havan Kund, where we'll offer 108 coconuts. Again, another yet powerful offering to Mahavir Swami. Then we all go home, we take a little rest, and we come back that night to finish up now. Shri Hanumanji Kathaa, we'll chant Hanuman Chalisa and Ramayana and so forth, and finish up Shri Hanuman Jayanti, his auspicious birthday. April 7th, Tuesday, please put in for your time off now. Thank you very much. Panditji? We all stand for Aarti. Asha. Don't forget, we also have our Navratri Yagya coming up starting on March 23rd. Panditji, myself and Pandit Giresh will be conducting this. Please book the dates and we hope to see you all there. Thank you for all of you who have come from near and far, especially my friends, my brothers from Brampton as well. Thank you, God bless you. And always a pleasure. Jai Shri Kathaa.
त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रः सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। सर्वमङ्गलमङ्गले शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरणे त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। मन्त्रहीनं प्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दन यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे। पारवारपरमाङ्गं हर्षदेव श्रीरं परसरोजनपायनी भक्ति सदा सत्संग। सियापति रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, गणेशी महाराज की जय, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय, बांके बिहारी लाल की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। ए मैया मेरे सचिया जोता वाली माता तेरी सदा ही जय। सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। सनातन धर्म की, सनातन धर्म की, सनातन धर्म की जय। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखं भवेत्। ओम द्यौः शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्ति विश्वे देव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति शान्तिरेव। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। प्रेम से श्री शक्ति दुर्गा माता की, शिव शंकर भगवान की, व्यास महाराज की। Thank you very much for coming. Please take your hearty prasada. Bhojan is circumcised and do have a very happy